invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
This remarks might want to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
Para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community is still contested the
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
This remarks might want to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community is still contested
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
This remarks might want to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community is still contested
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
This remarks might want to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
Go better. Sound check, check. Sound check, test, sound check.
Sound check, sound mic.
Sound check, check, check.
Sound check, mic test.
Sound check,
Sound check. Sick.
sound check.
Sound 1 2 3 4 sound check.
Sound check, test, sound check. Sound check, sound check.
Sound check, mic test, sound check,
Sound check, test, 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 sound check, check, sound check, test, mic, sound check.
sound check, sound mic, sound check, sound mic test, sound check. 1 2 3 4 sound check. Sound mic test, sound mic test, sound 1 sound check. Audio sound may na sound check, sound mic test, sound check. Audio out 1 2 3 sound check. Mic test, sound check. Mic test, sound 1 2 3 sound check. Sound check 1 2 3 4 sound check. Mic test mic, sound check, sound check. 1, 2, 3, sound check, mic test, mic, sound check. 1, 2, sound check, mic test, sound check, mic test. 1, 2, sound check, mic test. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, mic test, sound check, sound check, sound check, mic test, mic, alpha, mic test, sound check, done, mic test, sound check, mic test. I object, sound check.
Dignity at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the independence system here.
That's why we invited you because of the power interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the independence system here.
that's why we invited you because of the power interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the independence system here.
that's why we invited you because of the power interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the independence system here.
that's why we invited you because of the power interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the independence system here.
that's why we invited you because of the power interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the independence system here.
that's why we invited you because of the power interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the independence system here.
that's why we invited you because of the power interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
But to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal even members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
But to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal even members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
But to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal even members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
But to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal even members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
But to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal even members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
But to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal even members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
But to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
But to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
But to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
But to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
But to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
But to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
But to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire. But
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal even personal family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire. But
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal even personal family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire. But
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal even personal family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire. But
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal even personal family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire. But
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal even personal family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire. But
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal even personal family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire. But
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, at my personal even personal family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities from any intelligence community still protested
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the system here.
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the system here.
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the system here.
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the system here.
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the system here.
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the system here.
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the system here.
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protesting the independence system here.
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protesting the independence system here.
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protesting the independence system here.
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protesting the independence system here.
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protesting the independence system here.
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protesting the independence system here.
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protesting the independence system here.
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
to besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal living members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal living members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal living members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal living members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal living members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal living members of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
Confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
that's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire that
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
para ma-improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community still protested the
That's why we invited you because of our interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity, and my personal faith, even those of my family.
To my fellow honorables and our friends from media, our staff, a pleasant morning to everyone. Our 30th regular session is now called to order. Please rise for a short prayer followed by the national anthem.
Let us all pray in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. Father in heaven, on this day we would like to thank you for loving us unconditionally. We lift up to you, Lord, our worries, burdens, and feeling of uncertainties. May your guiding spirit will continue to protect our municipal officials, employees, and their families so that they can serve their constituents according to your will. May God's blessing will continue to pour on us and help us to be concerned about the welfare of everyone. May those whom you have blessed with greater material and spiritual riches will recognize your call to share with one another. Inspire us in everything we do and give us your gift of love so that in loving our brothers and sisters, we can show our love for you. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Magiliw, renas ang sinamagan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lumang hinirang, tuyang ka ng pag-ibig, sa manlulupin, di ka masisingin, sa dagatang tunog, sa simoy, at sa langit mo magaw, may ginagaw tulang at awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang bisag ng watalan mo'y ganun ay darating. Ang bituin na parang yaman ay nabatinig. Umalang araw ng walang ibang sinabi ay langit sa piling mo. Ang hingaya na pagay ng langit na pagkakay ng langit sa'yo.
Welcome back, Madam Secretary. Kindly, please do the roll call.
Okay, good morning. I'm happy to be back. We are now in our 30th regular session. The honorable members of the Sangguniang Bayan of Malay, Honorable Abram L. Sualog,
Present.
SB Member Natalie Kawaling Paderes, SB Member Jupiter L. Regi Gallinero, SB Member Frelibar S. Bautista, SB Member Lloyd B. Maming, SB Member Dalidigway Sumdad, SB Member Maylin Aguirre Graf, SB Member Danilo G. De Los Santos, SB Member Dantisi Pagsugiron, SB Member Ralph A. Tolosa, and SB Member Christine Hope D. Pagsugiron. Mr. Chairman, 6 are present. 6 are present and 5 are absent.
Thank you, Madam Secretary. So after the roll call, it was determined that we have a quorum, so the chair would like to declare a quorum. And before we proceed, I'd like to greet our colleague here who is celebrating, I think, his birthday today.
What ligtas?
The Honorable Dante Pagsugiron. Happy birthday, sir. Okay, so let's proceed to the adoption of the minutes of previous session. The Honorable birthday boy, Honorable Dante Pagsugiron is recognized.
Mr. Chair, good morning. Thank you for reminding me that this is a special day for me. I'm sorry I'm not prepared because I don't know exactly that it's my special day, Mr. Chair. Again, thank you for your
for the reminder.
Anyway, Mr. Chair, no, good morning to all of us here, and of course to all our constituents in the 17th municipality of Malay. Good morning. So I move to dispense the reading of the previous minutes, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so there's a motion to dispense the reading of previous minutes, seconded by Honorable Pagsugiran Hope. Okay, so we will review first, no? Any correction or amendments um, on the minutes of our previous session? Honorable Christine Hope is recognized.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chair, for the recognition. There is only one correction that I found that is located on page 15, found on line 967. Instead of the word big, it should be vague. Thank you so much, Honorable Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Pagsugiron. Your correction is noted. Any other correction or amendments? Honorable Dante Pagsugiron is recognized.
I have also some corrections, Mr. Chairs, on page 8, line 460. Chairman, regarding, I'd like to delete the word to and replace the word an, no, to be read as regarding an appeal to the Boracay Interagency Task Force, and line 464. Mr. Chair, are we going to, I'd like to delete also the word at least, Mr. Chair, and to be read, are we going to pass a resolutions? And on page 1038.
Page what?
No. Page 17. Line 1038 up to 1039. Portion area can be managed by the local government unit in terms of, delete the word of and if, and replace the words in terms of passing an ordinance, Mr. Chair. That's all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Pagsugiron. So your correction is noted. Any other correction? Honorable Bautista is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding. Good morning. Of course, to our colleague and our televiewers. Page 4, on line 228.
Proceed.
Change the word intended to attended. Then page 7. Just add 1064 to with the proclamation 1064, Mr. Presiding.
What line is that, Honorable
Line
Bautista?
397.
Proceed.
And then number 9, line number 524. Just change the word purpose into process.
Okay.
And line 10. No, page 10.
Page.
Correction. Page 10, Mr. Presiding. Line 63. 633. Just add proclamation 1064. The word proclamation.
What's the line?
Line 633. And then page 11, line 699, just change the word yes into agree. That's all, Mr. President.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Bautista. So your correction is noted. Okay. Any other correction? The Honorable Pagsugiron Dante is recognized.
Mr. Chair, since the previous minutes was already properly reviewed, so and since there's no more corrections, so I move that the previous minutes be adopted and approved with inclusions of some corrections, Mr. Chair.
So a motion from Honorable Pagsugiron for the adoption and approval of the previous minutes, seconded by Honorable Pagsugiron Christine. So our previous minutes is hereby adopted and approved with correction on page 4, line 2 to 8, page 7, line 397, and page 9, line 524, page 10, line 633, page 11, line 699, page 8, lines 460 and 464, line 15, page 15, line 967, and page 17, line 1038 and 1039, respectively. So let's proceed to our privilege hour. Any privilege speech from the members? Honorable Ralph Tolosa is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding. Good morning to all my colleagues and visitors. Good morning. Mr. Presiding, abot lang ito mga tricycle and motorista nga sa sa Napaan Bridge, no, between boundary ng Napaan at ang Cubay Norte, yung tulay karon nga madanlog bala nga still plate abimaw ay abot aduga disgasya ay paabot na sa ako na kung pwede ay paabot niya sa council nga kung paano masulatan ang DPWH, kung paano maidiyahan nga madanlog abimaw kung lalo mag-inulan ay abot na disgasya sa lugar nga ron. Abot na nanda ng concern nga kung pwede ay kung paano ipaabot natin sa DPWH dahil haran ay highway dahil madanlog ang ranga steel plate, no, delikado sa aton mga pamotor bisang bisikleta, tricycle, basin 4 wheels, delikado mo abot aga disgrasya karon, Mr. Presiding. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Tolosa. Honorable Dante Pagsugiron is recognized.
Mr. Chair, related to the issues brought by Honorable Tolosa, Mr. Chair, this problem, I think it was brought before and discussed with the PWH. And in fact, if I can still remember, nga may pasang resolutions nga address sa DPWH para tawanon it proper attentions dahil tama man Mr. Chair dahil kabuabot tan disgrasya sa lugar nga ran. In fact, dapat ay may responsibility or liability ang DPWH dahil sanda nag-implement project nga until now ay hulato naman ang I think di rin kailangan nga may sunod rin mga aksidente bago rin man sanda mag-aksyon, no? So I would suggest, no, Mr. Chair, nga kung pwede if we can reiterate another resolutions address to the DPWH to at least to fast track, no, the implementations sa harang tulay dahil according to them may islan ko na nandaran ay daw ikwan siguro daw butangan i-overlapping I don't know kung basta according to them nga islan nanda ang harang steel plate dahil it caused a lot of accidents kani sa mga vehicles, Mr. Chair. So my recommendations, if the Honorable Tolosa would agree na magpasa ito resolution sa address sa DPWH, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay. So since you have initiated that proposal, so go ahead with your
Mr. Chair, I'm still waiting for the thumbs up of Honorable Tolosa, if he agree. Okay, so with that, Mr. Chair, so I move that the resolution be passed, addressed to the DPWH to fast track for the implementations of the said bridge located at barangay, that's part of Napaan, no? Napaan Bridge, Mr. Chair.
Okay. As stated by Honorable Pagsugiron, so Honorable Bautista.
Amendment to the motion, Mr. Chair.
Proceed, Honorable Bautista. Please rise, yung batian.
Mr. Chair, there's an amendment on the motion. Amendment is, I think we request the DPWH, Mr. Chair, to inspect first the bridge, no? And in order to design or any possibilities that would be the safest way of how we'll introduce on that existing bridge in order to avoid any accidents, Mr. Chair. Just to inspect first, no? Resolution to inspect the existing. I think we have two bridges, still bridges in Malay, Napaan Bridge and Balusbos. Cobaysor and between Mutag and Cobaysor Bridge. That's the Nabaoy Bridge. That should be inspected first, Mr. Chair, so that they can introduce what will be the measures in order to avoid any accident on that existing bridge, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Honorable Pagsugiron.
I think there's no need for DPWH to inspect the area because it was already discussed previously, Mr. Chair. And according to them, they need to implement, no, for the implementations of the new design of that bridge, Mr. Chair. Dahil nakita abo na binga kwan. It was discussed properly, and in fact, may resolution again pasakran address sa DPWH to that effect, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so if that's the case, Mr. Chair, so I think we have the resolution to urging the DPWH to implement, no, the new design of that bridge, Mr. Chair.
That's much better, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Okay. So as amended and corrected, the motion of Honorable Pagsugiron to request the DPWH for the immediate repair or immediate repair or resolution of the said problem. Seconded by Honorable Bautista.
As it was mentioned that there was already a resolution before. I think we have to retrieve if there is any resolution before submitted to DPWH, so that we have the basis, no, of its to urge them to implement. If there is already a resolution before, if there is none, so it should be a request to Chairman, not urging.
Okay, so we'll ask our secretariat to check if we have an existing or a resolution to that effect. If there was a resolution, then we can pass another one to remind them, no, to immediately fix the said bridges. And it's not only in Napaan, but also Nabaoy, as mentioned by Honorable Bautista.
Yep. If I'm not mistaken, Mr. Chair, that resolution was passed during my last term, no, sa 2010 up to 2013, between 2010 to 2030, Mr. Chair.
Okay. With more reason that we have to pass a new resolution because I think it was already forgotten by the DPWH. Okay. So, any second for that motion? Honorable Christine Hope, second that motion. So, the said motion is approved. So, any other privilege? Madam Christine Hope Pagsugiron is recognized.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chair. This is actually in addition with the previous discussion about the Napaan Bridge actually. Buko matbago sa ato na experience no na with regards sa DPWH, with regards to implementation of the mandates, our mandates to the DPWH. So, as a suggestion, on the barangay level itself, like us in Barangay Katiklan, we have actually exerted efforts para ma-pursue nga ma-actionan ang sa kanal. Kaya, we're so happy na na-actionan man it DPWH ang sa kanal nga to. And sana Barangay Anapaan also will put efforts na ma-follow up ran sa DPWH in order to fast-track the implementation, Honorable Chair.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Christine Pagsugiron. Honorable Bautista is before Honorable Bautista, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Honorable Dato Sumdad. Okay, proceed, Honorable Bautista.
The problem in we talk about the Napaan Bridge. Napaan Bridge is located already in the Scubay Norte. So I don't know if the Honorable Hope will make some amendments, not from Napaan, but it should be now the Barangay Cubay Norte will be the one to initiate, no? if that's the real purpose of the chair.
Okay, Honorable Hope Pagsugiron.
Thank you so much for the information, Honorable Bautista. And yes, correction noted and stand corrected. It should be the Barangay Cubay to initiate the actions in terms of the fast-tracking the implementation of the project. Thank you, Honorable Chair.
Okay, so it's another bridge that has to be fixed also, or or is it different from the other two bridges, so we can incorporate on the same resolution? Okay, Madam Secretary, kindly correct lang, include lang, okay? Okay. Any other privilege? We will give more privilege to the gentleman from Manok Manok because it's his birthday today, so we'll give him the chance to.
The floor is all yours.
Mr. Chair, this is my day, Mr. Chair.
You have whole day.
Anyway, I'd like to thanks, no. Di ko mabasa tanan ang nag-message eh. So, I'd like to thanks all of them, no, for the birthday greetings and wishes, Mr. Chair. May nag-wish sabi nga kabot pa kuno ko times 2 pa kuno na kun. Sobra-sobra ron ta. Mr. Chair, I'd like to raise, no, these issues. This in relation to the Boracay closure, Mr. Chair. I have a documents here in my hand, Mr. Chair. First, this with regards to the order, no, to orders coming from our municipal mayor, Cesar Kawaling, and another order is from the PINRO officer in the persons of Mr. Valentin Talabiro. First, I will read, no, the order from the Honorable Mayor. This was dated April 26, 2018, and addressed to me, Mr. Chair. Permission to read the
Proceed,
order,
Honorable Pagsugiron.
Regarding demolition order, pursuant to Section 4B and Section 10A of Municipal Ordinance 2000-131, you are hereby advised to immediately initiate the demolition of structures considered to be nuisance. Non-compliance herewith with intent this shall automatically authorizing the government of municipality of Malay to demolish the same, gather and keep the construction materials of the demolished structures for strict and immediate compliance. Ciceron Kawaling, Municipal Mayor. And the other order, which came from the Penro officer, the NR Mr. Chair, dated August 28, 2018. Same address, this order addressed to me. Sir, Madam, with reference to the ongoing rehabilitation activities on Boracay Island, pursuant to Executive Order number 53 issued by President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, we would like to emphasize the key result area number 4, easing traffic flow through observance of Municipal Order number 200-131 providing 6-meter distance from the center of the road as much all establishment within the road easement including overhang protruding structures shall be demolished. Based on the latest monitoring conducted by the office, it was found out that your structure is not compliant with the order mentioned above. Please be informed further that your establishment is included on the list submitted by AKELCO that hinders the locations and installations of electrical posts along the service road in Boracay Island that have caused the delay of road rehabilitation project by the Department of Public Works and Highways. Ako pataging magdanan. In view of the foregoing, we would like to reiterate our instruction to demolish, remove the establishment and protruding structures affected by the road easement. Mr. Chair, it was mentioned here in these two orders, the Municipal Ordinance number 200-131, and specifically states that Section 4, no, setback requirements and maximum height limits, letter B, to be read, the nearest edge of all buildings and structures, temporary or permanent, that may be constructed along a road shall be at least 6 meters from the center of the road. So, ima lang na, Mr. Chair, no, ang provisions at Section 4, letter B, no. I was confused of these two orders, no. First, the order of Honorable Mayor, of course, I cannot question this, or I will not question this because I think the mayor has the right, no, to order those establishment owners to comply the local laws, no, Mr. Chair. Ang problema kaya, upon receiving this order from the municipal mayor, may 30% completion on ako ay, and then na-complied ko. But go back to the municipal ordinance, the Section B, Section 4, letter B, Mr. Chair. There's no mention here nga regarding sa kwan dahil nakahambal setback 6 meters from the center of the road, but it doesn't mention, or it did not mention nga abi sa protruding structures ay may requirements, no? So the first implementations of the, I think, Boracay Intelligence Task Force as advise the establishment owners, hay ang sa protruding or sa overhangs, hay i-remove lang ang kwan eh. That's their first, I think, arrangement nga i-remove ang overhang sa first floor. So I complied, Mr. Chair. And then here comes now, nga ba si ang pinruta ang nagpadara sa akong it order while this is an ordinance. So ano ang authority DNR to intervene when it comes to local laws, where in fact it is the duty and of responsibility of the local government unit to implement such, Mr. Chair, no? So this is a clarification dahil medyo na-confuse ako gina-orderan ako dinner nga ang gina-orderan dahil ordinance sa itlo municipality of Malay. So I don't know what is the understanding or interpretations of some of the members of the August body, Mr. Chair, but I think this is not proper, no? It should not be the DNR who issue order pertaining to local ordinances, Mr. Chair. So I think the right agency, the right agency to perform as such is, of course, the municipal mayor or, of course, the engineering office or the zoning office, Mr. Chair, regarding sa setback requirements. So, hindi ko masaydan kung hayang order hay sa akon lang ya or all establishment along all roads in Boracay Island hay ginpadarahan it hayang order, Mr. Chair. Otherwise, if I will comply this order and others are not, so may problema, no? So that's why I bring this issue to the plenary so that we can discuss properly kung ano kita before I will comply the order of Penro, Mr. Chair, no? So because my recommendations in order to clarify this is, of course, to invite the Mr. Valentin Talabero and, of course, Akilco, no? Because it was mentioned also that to give way for Akilco to their reinstallations of lines, ay dahil apitado sanda, because for the records, Mr. Chair, when I talked to Engineer Kasidsid, he said that hindi naman kailangan ang apektado lang tang area, itlinya Akilco, so dapat hato lang tang i-implement, but not to remove or to demolish all the protruding or overhangs, Mr. Chair, after the 6 meters distance from the center of the road, Mr. Chair. So that's all, Mr. Chair, and I don't know, no, if some of the members can comment on this issue, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Pagsugiron, Dante. I think we have, we will set a schedule with the interagency as we have already passed a resolution requesting a meeting with them. So we can raise that issue during our meeting to clarify that matter with them.
Mr. Chair, this is, I think, a separate matter. So my suggestion or my recommendations, if we can invite Penro Valentin, because he was the one who sent the order, and of course the Akilco, for more clarifications with regards to the issue that I brought, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Honorable Bautista is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Anyway, this only also in cognizance with the problem of our colleague here, Mr. Chairman. So, and even he is asking if there are some other letters sent to other violations, no, in the island, especially on the main road, as stated on the ordinance number 131, Mr. of 1996. Based on the letter, Mr. Chairman, demolition order was issued by Absolute Mayor Kawaling, dated April 26, 2018, and there is a note down here with 30% of demolition completed. So, is the demolition is already 100% completed, Mr. Chair?
Upon issuance of that order by the mayor, there was already 30% completions, no, and my implementations, no. Dahil nag-demolish ako, nag-self-demolish ako before that order issued to me, Mr. Chair.
So meaning the 6-meter setback based on the ordinance number 131 is already complied.
It was already 100% compliant.
Except on the overhang.
Except on the overhang on the third floor.
On the third floor. And the ordinance is silent no, when it comes to overhang. But if it's silent, then we have to refer back on PD 324, the National Building Code. So, ang kwan mo, Mr. Chairman, siguro, it's the building has a building permit approved by the building official.
I have already
Honorable,
issued occupancy permit, Mr. Chair.
Yes. So, the letter from Valentin Talavera, PNR officer, was dated already August 28. So, it's almost May, June, July, so it's almost 4 months to chair. So this, I think the letter is a follow-up of the demolition order of the Municipal Mayor, Mr. Chairman, dated April 26. I think this should be properly observed, Mr. Chairman. This is the problem, especially on the overhang or the canopy of there's so many structures on the main road that may mga at least 1 o mga 2 meters ibang nag-encroach sa kalsada no, because of that overhang. I think this should be properly discussed with the building official, Mr. Chairman. No. The sooners, the earlier, the better, Mr. Chair. Para maayos, kung is it proper na i-demolish ba, what will be the basis? If we talk about the ordinances, is silent regarding the canopy. But I think they have some reasons also of implementing some other laws that that affect the chair.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Bautista. So we will ask the DNR through the Penro, no? And probably we can invite also a representative from DPWH under the National Building Code. They're in charge of the implementation. And the building official, our own building official. Because based on our local building official, the overhang is allowed even on 2nd floor and 3rd floor. But because of the widening of the road and the DPWH was the one implementing the same, and they said that because of the obstruction of the installation of Akelco main lines, that's why they asked that all the overhangs should be demolished also. So we will clarify it with the two department, no, and our local building official. Okay, Madam Secretary, kindly take note of the invitation. Honorable Pagsugero.
In addition, Mr. Chair, I would like to manifest and affirm that I'm not against the implementations. To me, if that is an order, make sure that this our municipality and the DNR or the Boracay Interagency Task Force will apply the same, no? Not only exclusive or special to me or some people there, because we understand also if talking of the 56 order, it was mentioned here the pursuant to the executive order number 53. It's very clear what is written there, Mr. Chair. We know what is all about executive order number 53, and of course we know also what is all about municipal ordinance number 200-131. No? So that's why I want to be clarified, and so that's why I am suggesting if we can invite Penro, the PWH, and Akelco, and also the building official, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so Akelco is also included, Madam Secretary. There are 4 agencies that we're going to invite. Okay, before we proceed, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Honorable Danilo de los Santos. Any other privilege? Honorable Dato Sumdad is recognized.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, and to the honorable bodies. Regarding sa overhang, no, with, Honorable Dante Pagsugiron, me myself, I have building that affected with this, I complied with the 6 meters, and to be para maging sa compliance, I have to take down first floor, second floor, third floor. So we have to clarify because nung dumaan ako kanina kahapon sa area ng Station 1, 2, may mga naka-overhang pa talaga. So para maging fair siguro, once and for all, mapag-usapan natin na either allow ba ang overhang or like myself, I already done 3 stories na tinanggal ko na lahat, wala nang overhang. Yun po, Mr. Chair. And one thing pala, yung about sa list of 25 establishments na in Boracay that have complied with the ILJ DNR permits clearance na na-release na ng DOT, which is marami pong nagtatanong na bakit meron daw sa 25 establishments na walang STP pero nakakuha na sila ng clearance. So, abo nga pangutana basi kasi nasugtans na about opening sa Boracay na 25 establishments nga magbukas nga may ina pa nga wapat STPs. So imora ang aton pangutana sa DOT, DNR, big question basi nasugtan nga magbukas ang 25 ang iba sa 25 establishments nga wa man it STP. Yun lang po, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Sumdad. I think the listing that was publicly issued is not actually pagkabukas ang nakabutang to complied, they were able to comply, but we have to authenticate and validate that listing because we don't know where it came from. Kung sa DOT, kung sa DOT naghalin, so dapat DNR ang mag-release because since DNR are the lead agency, so saan dapat na mag-release it listing, and it's premature, it's too early to release those listing. Honorable Bautista.
Anyway, ang ibalik ko kay na ba itong issue ni SB Sugiron because he is asking if some other establishments were sent demolition order also by the executive. So I think I've heard our colleague will also demolish a portion of his structures which encroach on the 6 meters. So I would like to ask also our colleague here, SB Dato Sumdad, if he received also a notice of the demolition order or a letter from the ENR. Same as with because our SB Prosecutor is asking if there are other establishments will send also a communication regarding that demolition.
You may answer now, Honorable Sumdad.
Yeah, Mr. Chair, myself, I did a self-demolition. So before that, I did my construction for demolition to setback already. So I did not wait for letter from the DNR. Nagkusa ako na mag self-demolition for the setback, Mr. Chair.
So with that, so no more communication been received by your establishment?
Wala
since before the issued, the May 26 from the Office of Mayor, your structures already demolished already the portion of that.
I start with demolish around 3 months ago already.
So prior to the demolition order.
Ahead ako sa setback.
Okay. So thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so if there are no other privilege, so we will. Honorable Bautista is recognized.
I would like to bring the issue regarding the ongoing construction sa airport na natin. Since I've noticed, Mr. Chair, I don't know if for how many days since I was able to pass in our airport area, the construction of the terminal building at the other side, no, say in Nabas area was stopped, Mr. Chairman. So nangawa kita haman gin puot no nga dapat kunta gin bakas-bakas na para makahabol man sa opening naton sa 26. And I think we must know, Mr. Chair, what happened. Why is it that the the Trans Air stopped its construction of that terminal building? We want to know the reason, Mr. Chairman. So since the resolution 01 was series of 2012 was endorsed by the council.
Proceed.
And we must know also, the chairman, is what's going on and the update of that. Since this started construction, I think that was 2014, no? And now it's almost 4 years. The thermal building is not yet finished. And I'm sure that in the agreement, since it is the agreement is that it's a PPP or the public-private partnership, I think we must we want to know or inquire from the PPP Commission, the private partnership commission, maybe or a council. So what's the update of the project? Well, we expected na dapat natapos na within 4 or 5 years eh. But with that, nakita natin, actual situation in that area, so I think they cannot finish that for how many more years. We are expecting mga ni siguro if wasan na alam na ko baka natapos as the UTR or the Philippine government eh. Like now in Bohol area yung sa anong nga kwan land nga isla man ito sa Bohol nga tapos na maybe there will be Panglao. So we want to know our industry will be affected if hindi na matapos ron in as maybe I'm sure that the agreement may timetable eh. Na hindi pwede na nakahanging kita Mr. Chairman nga kung saan lang natataposon. At we must know kung saan talaga matapos ron. For how many years based on the agreement, I'm sure there's an agreement with the commission, maybe the CAAP knows that. And maybe the CAAP is one of the implementing agency of this government. We talk about the airport operation. So, with that, Mr. Chairman, I think we have to inquire to CAAP or to the PPP Commission in order to inform us, no? If there's some other questions or some queries to us also by the constituents, we will know why is it that the San Miguel stops its construction of the terminal building, Chairman.
Okay. Thank you for that concern, Honorable Bautista. I think it's really necessary for us to know the status of the construction because there were a lot of guests and foreigners were asking. So we will first. I think we will send communication to 3 agencies again: the CAAP, the PPP Council, and also the OTR and the proponent themselves, San Miguel or Transair. And we will send the letter inquiring the status. Then we will wait for their response. Okay. Thank you, Honorable Bautista. Honorable Pagsugiron, we will give you all the chance today. It's your day
Mr. Chair,
today.
this is just a report. No, actually, for the information of the August body, I attended the Travel Mart Peltowad last week in Manila. No, it was held in MOA or SMX, Mr. Chair. And one thing I have noticed, Mr. Chair, nga, compared to the previous Travel Mart, this time ay very dry, no? Wa kita it una-una halos 60% ay ang nabawas, no, dahil wa ka halos makita nga mga boto to aga ma preparation. So I used to talk to some other kwanto na mga representative coming from other places nga ang rason hay nga nag wa sa halos mag-participate iba ag dahil sa because of Boracay closure, Mr. Chair, no? Medyo nag-contradict ang report at DOT. According sa DOT, nga nag-increase ko ng tourist arrival, pero pamangkot personal ang like sa case at Palawan, report DOT nga Palawan na nag-increase ang kwan, pero ginaistorya ang representative from Palawan nga nag-decrease, nagbawas ang nagbisita, no? So, daw ginapakita lang DOT siguro nga without Boracay, ang turista sa Pilipinas ay nag-grow or bloom, no? Pero that is contradict to their statement, Mr. Chair. Dahil kaistorya naman ng Palawan, ay nag-decrease ang turista, Mr. Chair, no? So, nakita na kon nga ang Boracay ay isa dahil one of the I think the purpose of the foreign tourists to come to the Philippines is because of Boracay. Nga the other areas or the other tourist destination is only a side trip. Ayan ang nagkatabo to sa istorya sa kwan eh. Oh. So that's all, Mr. Chair, no, for the records.
Okay, thank you for that information, Honorable Pasugiro. Honorable Bautista.
Thank you. Thank you, SB Pasugiro, for bringing that issue here in the plenary. So actually, Mr. Chairman, yeah, I've heard also the pronouncement, no, that in spite the closure of Boracay, the tourist arrival in the Philippines increased daw by almost 15%. So it's in contrast now of the information gathered by our colleague here that sa SME, no, during the travel mart. So they're giving us that's maybe we can call a fake news, no, the chairman. And even the national government, even NIDA now, one of the reasons why is it that we were not able to reach the target or GDP of 6.7%, 6% lang for the second quarter, because daw closure of Boracay eh. So meaning, the report of the OT is in contrast what's happening in the national scene. Dahil duwa nga na tumaabot to 6.7 nga GDP because daw, one of the reason is because of inflation and the closure of Boracay. So, ay mga Mr. Chairman, mangawa kita ba? Hindi dapat kita paglituhon. You have to accept the facts. Imo talaga kakatabo because of the closure of Boracay, it really affects our economy. No? 7% is a very big portion, no, of our economy, Mr. Chairman. So, dahil alaman natin na ating tourism is a big part, no, in our economy. So, nakita, no? So, yan na awan siguro, I think they have to recall whatever information or whatever pronouncement they made, especially in public, no, Chairman, in order to correct it, na hindi pwede nga bulahon o tawo. No? Dahil it really affects, the closure of Boracay affects the whole country, our tourism industry of the country, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Bautista. Okay, so let's now proceed to the question hour. We don't have guests
we have
now.
no invited guests, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so we'll proceed to the incoming and referral.
Okay, for our incoming and referrals, Engineer Joan is not yet around. Iulihin lang na to, Mr. Chairman, ang isang project. Okay, let's go to our second incoming. We have here the referral of the Office of the Mayor on request of Southwest Tours to operate 20 units e-trike in Boracay Island.
Okay, we refer to Committee on Laws and Transportation. Proceed.
Second is referral of the Office of the Mayor and request of Tri-Wheel Motor Star to present their products here in the Sangguniang Bayan.
What is this? Is this e-trike or?
Mr. Chairman. Mana ingan sa hadi andang products pampasahero nga pangkargada. They are marketing their products.
Okay. So this is a three-wheeled motorized vehicle, but I think we already decided to convert on electronic tricycle. So what's the pleasure of the body? Because this is motorized vehicle, motorized three-wheeled vehicle. And we are now phasing out motorized tricycle.
In-market na ng product. Bahala sa darnog market.
Okay, we'll just refer this to Committee on Transportation. Proceed.
Okay, next is request of the Municipal Mayor for the urgent passage of a resolution approving the terms of reference or TOR for the procurement of 280 units fully developed lots and completed housing units under the National Housing Authority's Yolanda Permanent Housing Program.
Okay, so since this is an urgent request, may I ask the Vice Chairman on Committee on Laws? Where is the communication from the Office of the Mayor? Honorable Pagsugiron, will you please present this request?
Sa din na ng actually, Mr. Chair, I don't have exact idea with regards to the request of the municipal mayor.
Honorable Bautista?
When was the letter received by the Sangguniang Bayan
It was
office?
only yesterday, Mr. Chairman.
So I think you should be properly studied with Chairman. Since the terms of reference for the procurement on it is fully developed plots. So where is this area, Mr. Chairman? We doesn't know. And a completed housing units. Saan itong completed housing units?
I think we cannot consider this as an urgent, Mr. Chair, no? Because we doesn't know what is. This is 280 units. So we need the documents, no, so that we can exactly evaluate, no.
Presentation.
Mr. Presiding,
Honorable Bautista.
when was I mean, the letter from the NHA addressed to the, when was the letter sent to the, received by the Office of the Mayor?
It was only the referral of the Office of the Mayor, Mr. Chairman, and attached is the TOR.
How about the letter from the NHA?
No attachment.
Dapat we must know the first, when was the letters received by the Office of the Mayor?
The request of the Mayor dated September 3.
I mean the
No attachment.
no attachment. I'm sure that there must be attachment. There must be a letter attached to that terms of reference.
Only the
Pwede ka pa kayo, Mr. Chairman, siguro.
Okay.
Then
So
we'll
we will,
discuss.
in that case, we will defer first the resolution of this request. We will ask the Office of the Mayor to provide us copies of even the draft of term of reference and also the requests addressed to the Office of the Mayor to sign that term of reference. Okay? Thank you, Honorable Sugiron. Thank you, Honorable
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chair.
Bautista. So let's proceed.
Okay.
Miss Engineer Joanne is around already.
Okay, we will just finish the additional incoming, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, proceed.
We have an urgent request of the Municipal Mayor for an authority to enter into MOA with the Department of Health, Regional Office 6, on the transfer of funds. This is amounting to 5 million pesos. 5 million from the sub-allotted 2018 Quick Response Fund to the Municipality of Malay to support the implementation of DOH Water, Sanitation, and Hygiene Plan or WASH for Boracay Island. I think everybody has a copy of the draft MOA.
Okay. The Vice Chairman on Committee on Laws, this is another urgent request.
Go over
how can
and
I
then
endorse this request? I've not yet read the MOA, Mr. Chair.
There's no draft MOA.
may everybody has a copy. May
As,
copy.
we have a copy here. Any attachment on the
This is the only
request on the
documents.
other party?
This is the only documents we have received yesterday, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, no, I'd like to comment that, I think we would like to remind the Office of the Mayor that when the request for an urgent passage of resolution authorizing him, that they should provide us a copy before the decision so that we can act on the request, Mr. Chair. But
Okay.
now I am endorsing since the request for this is an urgent request, but because it's not easy because we authorize the mayor, and once we authorize him, that we don't know what we are
Endorsing.
endorsing, so we are also liable for that, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Okay. On that note, we will defer again this urgent request. And may
Committee, good mo committee
yeah, or we
hearing.
will refer that to the Committee on Law. So
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
okay, thank you, Honorable Pagsugiron. So take note of that, Madam Secretary.
Committee hearing, ma'am.
Honorable Bautista.
We must request also a letter from the regional office 6 of the UH of their letter
Okay.
addressed to the Mr. Mayor.
Okay, so
Why is it that it's urgent?
Yeah.
Basta para makita natin when was the letter received by the office of the Mayor. Ang mga why is it that it's really urgent?
Okay, so all the requests or communication coming from the other end, from the other party, we will ask the Office of the Mayor to provide us copies for our perusal. Okay?
Okay. Additional incoming, Mr. Chairman, is supplemental budget of Barangays Kabulihan and Dumlog for calendar year 2018.
Okay, refer to Committee on Appropriation and Laws.
Papatas Engineer
Okay,
Joanne.
Engineer Joanne is not around yet.
We will continue with our, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, we'll proceed with the committee report.
Okay, for our committee report of budget and appropriation, the committee chairman is not around. We will just calendar it next week,
Next
Mr.
week.
Chairman.
Okay.
Okay, for our second committee report, Committee on Land Use and request for SB endorsement for issuance of zoning and building permit of Attorney Milanio S. Prado on the proposed two-story forums residential building located at Barangay Balusbos.
So we still need Engineer Joanne, no, for this? Andi na?
Only the committee.
Committee report, okay. Proceed, Honorable Bautista.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding. First committee report is the proposed two-story four-room residential building located at Barangay Balusbos of owned by Attorney Melanio Esprado, the chairman.
Proceed.
This was inspected August 31, 100% completed, but that's why it's subject for penalty as we discussed last Thursday. The zoning classification is the zoning classification, Mr. Chairman, is a medium density residential mixed use or R2. This is compliance with an open space of 54.8%. Setback also from the Sol Road at 13.30 meters. So means it complied with a 10-meter setback of the National Road. And both sides, the right, left, and rear, has a 1 meter setback from the boundary, lot boundary. It's also sufficient parking space, and the topography, Mr. Chairman, is a flat area. So with that, Mr. Chairman, I move that the application for zoning clearance and building permit of Attorney Milanio Esprado shall be endorsed, subject for penalty for starting the construction without the pertinent clearance and some permits, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so there's a motion from the committee chairman for the approval of the endorsement of the proponent, Attorney Milanio Prado, on the proposed two-story, four rooms residential building located at Barangay Balusbos. Seconded by Honorable Lloyd, so the said motion is approved. Proceed,
So next, the chairman,
committee chairman.
the application of Miss Giselry Baker as built one-story warehouse with two rooms with one stock room located Barangay Katiklan. It was inspected August 31, the chairman, and the project is already 100% completed. Zoning clearance, zoning classification, medium density commercial zone 2, C2. Complied to setback from National Road is sufficient. From the rear area, right side 4 meters, left 1.7 meters. Front is from the edge of the National Road to the building, which is almost 24 meters. Sufficient parking space, and topography is flat area. With that, Mr. Chair, the application of Giselyn R. Beaker, Giselry Beaker, as built one story as a warehouse, two rooms with one stock room located Barangay Tiklan, should be endorsed with chairman, subject for penalty, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so there's a motion from the committee chairman for the approval of the endorsement of the application of Miss Giselry Becker as built one-story warehouse, two rooms with stock room located at Barangay Katiklan. Seconded by Honorable De Los Santos. So the said motion is approved. Proceed.
So last committee report, Mr. Chairman, is the application of Boracay Island Water Company Incorporated, or the BIWC, as built 5 MLD fused steel tank located at Barangay Katiklan. So it was inspected August 31, 100% completed. That's why it's a subject for a penalty. The zoning classification is Transportation and Utilities Zone, TU2. Complied to 50% open space. Complied also to setback from property line, main road, access road, and secondary roads. Sufficient parking space. Complied also for the solid waste management and photographic flat area, the topography. So with that, Mr. Chairman, I move that the application of Boracay Island Water Company Incorporated, or the BIWC, as built 5 MLD or million liters per day, a fused steel tank located Barangay Katiklan shall be endorsed, subject for penalty, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so there's a motion from the committee chairman for the approval of the endorsement of the proponent Boracay Island Water Company Incorporated as built 5 MLD fused to steel tank located at Barangay Katiklan. Seconded by Honorable Lloyd. So the said motion is approved. Thank you, Honorable Bautista. And now Engineer Joanne is around, so we'll go back to the incoming and referral. Engineer Joanne, please proceed.
Hello, good morning po sa lahat. Our first applicant and one and only applicant is Jubito Biliherdo. Name of project is as built of one story, one room residential commercial building, office with rental space. Area is 98 square meters. Right of land is title owned by Jubito Biliherdo. LUP classification is medium density residential mixed use zone R2. Location of construction is at Barangay Arugao. Present po yung owner mismo, si Sir Jubito po. Thank you.
Okay. Where is the... Okay. Good morning, Mr. Bilerdo. The committee chairman on land use.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding. No, the application also is as built also, Mr. So meaning this is already finished structure. Wala namang no violation except for the started the construction without
ang kwan lang,
permits.
sir, is daywa biron nga road ra nga sa left ag sa front. Kasi sa left side ay barangay road, ag may sa front na consider na naton as municipal road. Ang problema na sa may municipal road, sir, may kuwang imaw nga 0.3 meters kasi 4.7 meters from center line of the road lang ana nga compliance. So dapat 5 meters from center line of the road kasi municipal road imaw.
So may problema gali ron. Sabot sa barangay road.
Okay ta sir, pasar imo sa barangay road. 3.9 from center line of the road.
Sorry. This is a big problem here with the chair since it was lacking of a 0.30 centimeters for a setback of a 5 meters from the center line of the road since it is a municipal road. Mabaho nga structure na, no?
Ano,
Big
sir?
structure.
Oo sir. Kasi poste una ang maigo mismo. Ag may fence pa abi mo sir bago ro kan sa property line na butang sa na 8 fence man. So included ro fence ag sa structure mismo.
So I don't know, Mr. Chair, what shall we do with this problem?
Ag as built na abi mo sir.
So, what's the recommendation of zoning?
Is there any recommendation from the zoning office?
Kasi sir as built na makara for now bihay barangay road palagid imaw. Gapit sa plaza baga sir. So ga-connect imaw sa aton nga national road, main road mismo. So ginkuha namon as municipal road ni imaw.
So, but based on our CLUP, municipal road gid mo?
Oo sir, oo.
So ano ang recommendation? What will be now the comments of your office?
Kung okay kay sir nga i-comply na naro 5 meters from center line of the road.
So meaning i-reduce na, no? Pwede pa to Mr. Belirdo mabawasan? Fence lang. Mabuo ang fence. Igo gapon?
Igo gapon ang structure.
Del poste
mismo,
gid
sir.
ano?
Oo sir.
Paano na? So problema kita karon na may mga ni taron nga bago kita magot. So kapila ka poste?
Ano sir?
Ang sa municipal road nyon?
Mga daywang bilog ra sir.
Aday ka poste? Si bawasan gid eh? 0.3 do almost.
Matapos sa kaposte abi ko sir.
0.3 kung 0.3 man sa kaposte, di buo gid na ng poste.
Daywa balik kaposte ron both sides na.
How big is the post? 0.3 man?
0.2 malang
0.2?
Oh. 1 sorry malang abi sir.
So ron siguro bawason na nato gito siguro ni para ma-comply natong ordinansa. Ayo igo manggapon siguro.
Ang structures
structures
sir,
gid.
bukod sa fence ang structure mismo ay naigo.
I don't know. Because if we base on the ordinance kasi, imo gid aron dapat ang 5 meters. So not unless siguro nga you convert from municipal road back to barangay road. Di ba? I don't know what will be now the pleasure of the body.
Pila ang apektado? Pilang
30 centimeters.
30 centimeters. CM?
CM.
Yes, sir.
Papat baho lang 30 centimeters.
May mga 1 foot na. 1 foot.
Kahaligi kita gali mo.
1 foot na, no? Only 1 foot gani. Municipal road gani mo?
Bali isang ka-block abiron sir. Tapos Magoro, Barangay Road. Din ang mapa. So dayaro Barangay Road, dararo Municipal Road, iyar aton nga National Road dikara. So dikara sir, baliro sang ka-block nga ra dayaro iya ang area. So iya biro main road connected ra nga road sa aton nga main road, municipal road ra mo classification.
So if what will be the proposal based on the ordinance, Mr. Chairman, so dependent on the zoning, then we will act on the recommendation, the zoning.
Kung sa inyo, sir, i-verify lang sa re-inspection kung ano.
Pero na-inspection naman ba?
Yes, sir.
Do you think that once we re-inspect, ma-change ba ang, ang distance?
Sure.
Kwan man lang ron, one story man lang.
Sir, one story.
Ay, kung pwede nga na dunganan mo lang kami sa Boracay, amon, 3 story nga na ubos na mo, pihak kita pati postibo. Oo, tanan kami to, epektado kami gid. Ay, kung nabira, kung Mr. Bilerdo, kung aton pasugtan nyo man ron, ay president nyo man sunod ron, ang bawon nyo man kami karon nga, ay pinasugtan nyo man yung sa bilog to, what po was atong ordinansa? Pasensya gid ay dapat kunta, bago nagpobra, nag-apply anay sa building permit, kung di ba kunta, violation. So, sakripisyo gid silo it poste. Oo.
Na job. I-correct na to siguro. Dahil, mo nga siguro ho niya kung may violation o ba, dahil pag once may violation sa ordinansa, problema gid mabahog. Okay lang mag-start basta what building permit, but as long as walang violation, pag may violation, problema gid kita ron. Mga Huwag kita mahimo. I-correct gid nato nung siguro. I-correct na lang gid. Huwag kita mahimo karon dahil unan sabi nato nun eh. Not unless nga mindahon nato yung manudnansa, di problema mabahog man. Buod mo gid ang haron nga portion, ngarong 30 centimeters para ma-compliance kita. Sang ka piero na ang 30 centimeters, that's 1 foot. Sang ka pie. Saka poste gid maton mo. Transfer mo lang poste nagkuan. Mo ko gastos pero what at mo del kung nabukan ako taagan ni mo kuan, di na correct ako tayo bago ka nagpisa. Wa ko problema. Ano So aron lang na siguro ni
Okay.
So siguro, the presiding officer decided na i-correct na siguro natin ron para maging precedence yung manabiro na Diba? Turo ko man nato. Kasi kay kuwan man lang ato Ay magalisod yung madang kita implementar. Mapar sa tabo sa Boracay nga dahil masigturan, tabo, di dagasa ang mga puntanan. So haron lang siguro
Okay.
Job i-correct lang naton. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Honorable Bautista. Thank you, Mr. Bileherdo.
Thank you po.
Thank you, Engineer Joanne. Okay, so let's proceed to calendar of business.
We have no second reading, Mr. Chairman.
No second reading. Unassigned business?
Other matters na kita. For our other matters na.
Okay.
For our other matters, we have here an invitation from the Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Aklan, addressed to our Honorable Vice Mayor Abram L. Swalog, their Vice Mayor Swalog, the Committee on Environment Protection and Committee on Laws, Rules, Ordinances of the Honorable Sangguniang Panlalawigan of Aklan will be conducting a joint committee hearing to consider and review the following enactments: Municipal Ordinance Number 376 series of 2018, an ordinance enacting the Environment Code of the Municipality of Malay, another ordinance Number 386 series of 2018, an ordinance banning the use of single-use plastics in the Municipality of Malay, Aklan, particularly in Boracay Island. In view of this, the said committees are requesting for the presence of the SB proponents of the said enactment for interaction with the committee members on Thursday, September 6, 2018 at 10 in the morning at the S-Room Sangguniang Panlalawigan Building, Provincial Capital, Calibo, Aklan. Signed by Josefa Elena S. Martin, the Legislative Staff Officer 4 and the Acting Secretary to the Sanggunian.
That will be on Thursday.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, September 6.
Our chairman on the Environment Committee is not
on
around,
leave.
and he is the proponent also of
The two
ordinance. Our vice chairman, I don't know if he's available. Honorable Natnat. Paman siguro.
On leave man.
And so, The other member will attend
The Committee on Laws, I called yesterday. He's on leave also until
leave.
Friday.
But the second member of the Committee on Environment will attend if the other two is not around. Honorable Pagsugiron Dante.
Mr. Chair, no, I will be attending this afternoon meeting in Kalibo, and tomorrow I have also invitations in Kalibo also. So
September 6, Webes.
masyado rin siguro, Mr. Chair, no? I need rest also, so I'm sorry I cannot attend to that invitation, Mr. Chair. That will be on Thursday, so.
In this case, may I ask...
I can appoint Honorable Tolosa, Honorable Maming, my...
Or Honorable Bautista, if you are available on Thursday. Wow. Importante yun, basta hindi maaprubahan ng Dewa Ordinansa yun eh.
Or maybe, Mr. Chair, I would like to suggest kung pwede padalhan lang na itkuan since the proponent of that ordinance to extend
Postponement.
Yeah, postponement, Mr. Chair.
Honorable Bautista?
I think we have to request the committee for its postponement since the chairman, I mean the sponsor of the ordinance is not available, Mr. Chairman, until such time that the sponsor is available. So we can request maybe for postponement of that committee hearing.
Okay. So, Madam Secretary, kindly send communication requesting of postponement. Okay?
Next letter, Mr. Chairman. We have here a letter from the Office of the Municipal Mayor from the Municipality of Nabas. Copy furnished lang kita. This is addressed to the Honorable Mayor, Honorable Ciceron Iscawaling. Dear Honorable Kawaling, greetings. The Municipality of Nabas, represented by the Municipal Mayor, Honorable James Solanoy, Vice Mayor Wilfredo Cesar, together with the Sangguniang Bayan members, is proposing to have a meeting with you together with your Vice Mayor and Sangguniang Bayan members, preferably on Thursday, September 6, at 10 o'clock in the morning on or your convenient date you may set. We are suggesting to hold the meeting at the Municipality of Buruanga to meet halfway due to the closure of the highway at Libertad, Nabas, Aklan. The meeting is set to resolve as soon as possible the issues concerning the status of tricycles on Ritoda and Matoda, which need intervention of the municipal officials of both municipalities and other conflicting issues between the two LGUs that need to be resolved. I am looking forward for possible meeting with you, the Vice Mayor and the Sangguniang Bayan members, on the date and time most favorable to both of us. Thank you and more power. Signed by James Visolanoy, the Municipal Mayor of the Municipality of Nabas.
Okay, so we will wait for the response of our mayor, no? Kung saan ang meeting.
Addressed to the Municipal Mayor.
Yeah, because since it was addressed to the Municipal Mayor. Follow up lang, yes, Madam Secretary, sa office ni Honorable Bautista.
Sure, the Chief Executive also will ask some, maybe, of course, if we agree also on the date, which was already mentioned in the letter. So I think the possibility of postponing the schedule until such time that the road, since the schedule or the venue of that meeting will be in Buruanga, for the reason that Tulingon road is not passable. I've heard that September 15, I think the road in Tulingon is really passable. So can we extend maybe another 1 week until such time that the road in Tulingon, so that we have an maybe in Nabas or in Malay area of discussing these issues, Mr. Chairman, not in other municipalities.
Okay. So, do we need to it's the office of the mayor who should...
But I'm sure he will ask also our decision if he will agree with the schedule.
So, we will ask
our... Di man pwede siya lang magusto, hindi nakita magsugot be. So, dapat we have to agree on the schedule and the venue. So sigurado mai-refer man na i-confirm man na katonon kung ano aton nga decision.
Madam Secretary, kindly coordinate with the Office of the Mayor
Mr. Chairman.
and just inform our colleague here, no? Kung saan ang available man kita, available si Mayor.
Yes, Mr.
But
Chairman.
definitely we will postpone that schedule because di takabot sa
Yung agang taga 6.
tapuson talaga mahuman ang kasada.
Siguro.
Okay, thank you, Honorable Bautista.
But
Okay.
I request the barangay chairman of Katiklan that see to it that the problem is settled, no, through your office, Chair. To avoid any additional problems as mentioned in the letter.
Okay, Honorable Tulosa.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Actually, the problem, Mr. Chairman, is not yet solved because I have a proposal for the Onritoda, between Onritoda and Matoda, and also the concern of the in my barangay, no, because the out of road of Onritoda is only in Katiklan, but at the same time as within the municipality of Malay. But this time, Mr. Chairman, I don't think so that this is the time to talk about the problem of Onritoda and the municipality of Malay and municipality of Nabas because of we are very busy for this time, no?
No, that's why it will be a status quo at the moment.
Yes.
No, kung ano ang kasugot ninyo dyan, Kap, umumugyapon obrahon lang. We will not, because we will set an appointment, a meeting with the GO of Nabas, so we can discuss all this matter, no? Ang ginakuan lang ni Honorable Bautista, nga take charge of the operation between the boundaries. Ikaw lang anay control anay status quo.
Yes, we have a status quo.
Okay, so that's
Chairman.
the only thing we would like to hear from you. So take charge and how through Honorable Tolosa there were reports that the Tanod is collecting fees from the tricycle.
No, we don't
Valid.
have any collecting of fees, Mr. Chairman.
So no collection of
no
fees.
collection.
Okay.
No collection
not
of my Tanod, no. That's my Tanod is operating with the boundaries of Nabas and Malay for the purpose of for the peace and order. No.
Okay, very good. We appreciate that, Honorable Tolosa.
Yes.
So, Honorable Bautista.
So anyway, this is assurance that the barangay chairman of Katiklan will see to it that this status quo lang muna, whatever decisions agreed upon until such time that we have a meeting, proper meeting with the barangay, Nabas officials. So, as is lang muna, wala munang, no changes, no, para to avoid any problems.
Yes.
So, whatever agreements done before, until now, nga mo, di sundo lang anay ron, and see to it that it's under control by your office.
Yes, they have a status quo, Honorable Bautista, because right now we have a proposal last month, but until now we had no response from the municipality of Nabas and also from witnessed by the Ponong Barangay of the Union. But right now is the boundary is kalmado naman, no? Diyan lang naman dahil sabi ko nga, unless na I have no receipt from the court order for the boundaries. Wala, andyan muna ako sa boundaries lang kayo muna. Dahil para iwasan sa ano. But right now, I suggest for status quo for that problem.
Thank you, Honorable Tolosa, and we'll make sure that the two respective barangay captain will attend also the meeting. Barangay captain of Union and barangay captain Tolosa.
I think there are other barangays, not only Union, no, that involves in that operation.
Yes.
Tulingon, I think there's some
Barangay Union and Barangay Rizal and Barangay Unidos and also the Barangay Libertad.
Okay.
The four barangays in the municipality of Nabas.
So meaning there are 4 barangays involved. And we want to know from the barangay chairman if how many tricycle, how many units, no, that operates within this 4 barangay, so that everybody will know na imot ang lima nakabot tricycle ron.
Yes, many,
How many
many,
units?
many members of the Omnitudes. In my record in my office in the barangay Tiklan is 152 units.
Tama, 152 units.
Okay.
So, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Anyway,
Thank you.
this is the assurance for it to maintain peace and order in the area. Thank you.
Thank you,
Yes,
Honorable
thank you, Mr.
Bautista.
Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Tolosa. Madam Secretary, any other...
No more other matters, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so no other matters. Announcement?
None.
No announcement? Honorable Pagsugiron?
Basta hindi ano yung magtindog.
It's your day today.
It's my day today. Not the end of my day, Mr. Chair. It's my day. So, Mr. Chair, since there were no more matters to be discussed, so I move that the 29th regular session be
30th.
adjourned.
30th.
38th regular session be adjourned.
Okay. Honorable Bautista?
No sponsorship.
Sponsorship, invitation.
Mr. Chairman,
they are opposing your motion.
Ano, I made mention before we start the sessions that I was surprised. Ano, I thanks because you remind me, and I'm not ready today, so I will announce later, Mr. Chair, for the records.
Okay. Okay. So, a motion from Honorable Dante Pagsugiron for the adjournment of our 30th regular session, seconded by Honorable Dato Sumdad. So our 30th regular session is now adjourned at exactly 11:21 in the morning. Tama. Okay, so 11:21.
11:55.
Thank you.
Improve talaga yung aming
confirmation from the legal authorities or from any intelligence community is still protested by
That's why we invited you because of this interaction, and that's why we would like to inquire
To besmirch my or to destroy my reputation, dignity,